From a stolen U-Haul running from the police, to a car thief completely destroying their brand new muscle car in a high-speed chase.
Hey, Rick, out here in Luxora.
Here are 5 of the craziest police chases caught on Dashcam.
Losing control. Creek, bail, bail, bail.
Okay, stop.
January 11th, 2024, police in Milwaukee, Wisconsin were on high alert, searching for a white SUV linked to a recent abduction. According to reports, someone had stolen a running vehicle with a 7-year-old child inside. Thankfully, the suspect later abandoned both the car and the child, but not before stealing another vehicle, a white Kia Sportage SUV. At around 11:15 that morning, 2 officers spotted the stolen Kia near Tonia and Hadley Road. When they turned around to stop it, the driver hit the gas and took off. It didn't take a genius to figure out this driver was connected to the vehicle thefts and the child abduction. That sudden flight gave police all the confirmation they needed. Now, the only question was, could they catch them on these icy Milwaukee streets?
Abduction.
We got the abduction Kia here. Gladham William. Lincoln William Boy 169 in pursuit. Eastbound on Hampton from Titonia.
Got that Nissan following. It's the Nissan that's going northbound on 25.
70 in pursuit of a white Kia Soul.
Kia Sportage.
Sorry, Kia Sportage. Lincoln William Boy 169 wanted for the abduction. Eastbound on Hampton from 22nd.
7217.
Not to a dead end.
Monitoring, 2 cars and 6.
Disregarded the stop sign at 24 in Fairmount, coming up to Lancaster on 24.
Yes.
He's going towards the bail. He's going to be bailing here. He's going towards the dead end here on 24. 24. He is now on the sidewalk, doing a U-turn in the snow. Speeds approximately 6 miles an hour. Coming back down south on 24.
Coming back northbound now.
We're coming southbound.
Oh, southbound, sorry, you're right.
Still south on 24 through Lancaster. In pursuit of that white Kia Sportage, Lincoln William Boy 169 wanted for the abduction.
The pursuit took police down a snow-covered residential area, ending once again in a dead end. But the suspects had already shown they were no strangers to going off-road. They veered off without a second thought, unaware that the dead end they were approaching was a frozen lake.
Coming up to Congress here. He's losing control.
Creek,
bail, bail, bail!
Okay, stop.
Where you at? They're in the creek. Did you find your on us?
Put your up now! Turn around! Turn around!
We were unable to learn the suspects' names, probably due to police withholding them, as they were both minors at age 17. Both teens were taken to the hospital and treated for minor injuries and cold exposure. They were then arrested on the suspicion of grand theft auto and child abduction.
Hey, Rick, out here in Luxora.
On August 10, 2024, Arkansas State Trooper Blaine Middlecoff was responding to reports in the area around Highway 158 near the Tennessee border, where an active search had been issued. A black Dodge Charger Hellcat had been reported stolen from Memphis the night before. At around 6:30 that night, Officer Middlecoff identified a Hellcat matching the description of the stolen vehicle. He then tailed the vehicle, positioning himself behind it and closing the gap until the license plate came into view. While the thief had the foresight to modify the car's VIN, they were careless enough not to replace the license plates, a costly oversight that left them exposed to being identified by police. Trooper Middlecoff confirmed it was the stolen vehicle they were looking for, and with that information, a pursuit was immediately initiated. The long straight stretches of highway give the suspect a distinct advantage. With the vehicle being equipped with a 6.2-liter supercharged V8 producing 707 horsepower, the Hellcat is one of the most powerful sports cars money can buy. With the car surpassing 160 miles per hour, the car was soon in its own league as he disregarded stop signs and navigates through oncoming traffic. Meanwhile, Trooper Middlecoff must reduce speed at every intersection, prioritizing public safety above all else. Visibility soon becomes a challenge. Trooper Middlecoff can only assume the suspect maintains a straight course. Any deviation, such as a turn, would require the suspect to decelerate, providing law enforcement an opportunity to close the distance. After a few minutes, the vehicle comes back into view. Only thing was that it was almost unrecognizable.
C30, Jonesboro, I think he wrecked out.
10-4-20.
Right here in Luxor, he wrecked out. He got fired.
10-4. 10-9-30.
He wrecked out here in Luxor. What? Is he still there? Were you in that car? You got hit? Jonesboro, I'm gonna check this car out. I'm gonna see if he's in there. His car's on fire. You get hit, that's you. Hi.
Trooper Middlecoff proceeded to detain an individual later identified as DeAndre James, who was found in visibly poor condition, leaning against a residence near the crash site. James initially alleged that he had been struck by the driver of the Dodge Hellcat, who then fled the scene. However, based on the totality of the circumstances and direct observation, Trooper Middlecoff determined that James was in fact the operator of the stolen vehicle. Emergency medical personnel arrived shortly and transported James via air ambulance to a nearby hospital. While fire crews secured the crash site and the vehicle, law enforcement awaited medical clearance. Upon his release from medical care, James was then taken into custody and formally charged in connection with the unauthorized use of the vehicle. Given the extent of the damage, it is unlikely that the rightful owner of the Charger will seek its return. February 6, 2022, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Police were dispatched to a convenience store located on Rossville Boulevard in response to a reported shoplifting incident. According to the store owner, the suspect attempted to steal a beverage. When confronted, the individual then allegedly threw the drink in the owner's face and fled the scene. Several minutes later, responding officers observed the suspect walking along the shoulder of a nearby highway. Upon attempting to detain the suspect, he physically resisted arrest, overpowered the officer, and unlawfully stole their cruiser. The suspect fled the scene in the stolen police vehicle, heading southbound toward the Georgia state lines. Georgia State Patrol was notified, and Trooper Cochran positioned himself to intercept the suspect near the border.
Heavy contact.
Clear, heavy contact, lady.
I'll be running towards Old Road.
Trooper Cochran attempted to intercept the suspect by circling around to cut him off. However, by then, the suspect had already abandoned the stolen police vehicle and concealed himself among the low brush. Officers were required to continue the pursuit on foot, which posed a heightened risk, as the suspect was potentially armed with a police-issued weapon.
Hands up, right now! Put your hands up! Put your hands up! There's a dog will bite you. Put your hands up!
Come here, Fred.
You wanna get weapons? Better keep your hands shut.
The suspect was a 41-year-old man named Chris Parker. During the search, the officer and his canine unit unknowingly walked right past Parker. Fortunately, Parker was unarmed and backup was close behind to assist. In the end, Parker was taken into custody without further incident and charged with multiple offenses, including fleeing, reckless driving, grand theft auto, and possession of amphetamine.
Up, sir, don't be stupid.
On July 25, 2023, undercover officers with the Dallas Police Department were conducting surveillance from an unmarked vehicle on El Centro Drive. They were monitoring a heavy-duty U-Haul truck believed to be stolen. The suspect, identified as 41-year-old Ryan Taylor. As officers followed closely, Taylor appeared to grow suspicious. He came to a stop at an intersection, put the truck into reverse, and intentionally backed into the unmarked police vehicle. He continued reversing until the undercover unit was too damaged to pursue. Taylor then fled the scene. Marked patrol units quickly located him and initiated a pursuit. The chase escalated onto the highway, where the suspect began recklessly operating the U-Haul in a manner consistent with a demolition derby, threatening the safety of multiple motorists.
You have Chase?
10-4, he rammed a coworker vehicle. Delta 581, we're about to be going under Northwest Highway on DNT.
If somebody can get me that plate so I can put the registration info on there.
I don't have.
At this point, Ryan had made one thing clear. He had no regard for human life. His sole priority was escaping, regardless of who might be harmed in the process. He eventually exited the highway, leading police onto the congested streets of Dallas, where the situation became even more hazardous.
For Wycliffe. Just took the Wycliffe exit. Gonna be going westbound at 2500 Wycliffe, coming up to me. Please don't f up, sir. Don't f up. Don't be stupid. Oh my God!
Just wrecked out. Hit one vehicle. Let's get somebody to check him out. $6,700 lemon is the last address I got.
Due to the nature of what followed, we are choosing not to show what happened next. What we can tell you is that Ryan brandished a firearm and discharged an entire clip in the direction of the police officer, prompting the officer to return fire toward the warehouse. Ryan was struck in the leg and attempted to flee, but after a brief standoff around the corner, he surrendered and was taken into custody without further incident. He was transported to a nearby hospital for treatment of the gunshot wound. In the end, Ryan faced multiple charges, the most serious being aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Got him blocked in.
On September 13th, 2022, law enforcement in York County, South Carolina, were alerted by officers in Charlotte, North Carolina, about a suspect in a stolen blue Hyundai believed to be heading into their jurisdiction. The suspect, 25-year-old Tyon Benjamin, was soon located in a parking lot in York County, where officers attempted a traffic stop. The suspect failed to comply and fled the scene, initiating a vehicle pursuit spanning approximately 15 miles. The chase ultimately ended in a fatal outcome for the suspect.
Repeat that traffic.
He just took one. Gonna be in the number 1 lane. Speed's over 90.
At this stage in the pursuit, the suspect appeared increasingly desperate to evade apprehension, attempting to flee by driving off-road in an effort to elude pursuing units.
Chicken King restaurant right now. He's in the parking lot.
Officers attempted to contain the suspect within a parking lot. However, Tyon continued to evade apprehension and refused to comply. In retrospect, this moment represented a missed opportunity for the suspect to surrender without further escalation.
Chicken King right by the D3 office.
let's review the incident from a different officer's point of view.
Pulling another CVS on Cherry.
CVS on Cherry.
Got it blocked in.
Blocked in.
Shots fired, shots fired.
Tyan was struck by gunfire and was then transported to the hospital by EMS. Despite medical intervention, he later died from his injuries. The incident raised questions from some members of the public regarding the use of force. As Tyan was unarmed and remained inside the vehicle, Sheriff Kevin Tolson, however, defended his deputy's actions. He described the stolen Hyundai as a 2,500-pound bullet heading straight for his deputy and stated, "At the end of the day, I'd rather see a deputy go home than the suspect." In 2023, prosecutors reviewed the case and ruled that the deputy's use of force was legally justified. Now my question is to you guys, do you believe the use of force was appropriate in this situation? If you enjoyed, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.